I lived in like a very analog world. Everything was old school. Everything was tape. That's what I like to work with. And here I am, you know, in what, the 2000 now, and I'm like, Linda, you need to get hip, you know, because you're in the 70s and 60s and it's 2000. So get out of your shit and get into what's going on today. So I called up a friend. I'm like, hey, dude, what's all the stuff that I hear on the radio? What's that sound? Is there a keyboard or something? He's like, oh, yeah, you got to get an MPC. You got to get a Triton. You got to get, you know, blah, 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 you know, bass, sub bass, you know. And I'm like, okay, cool. So I go to Guitar Center. I buy all this shit. I put it all together. And this is a true story. I put it all together, and I'm like, okay, let's see what this thing does. Boom, chick, boom, 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 ta, boom, boom. Oh, cool. All right. Let that go for a while. That's just looping. I put all the beat together. I add some percussions. You know, put some real stuff in there. Guitar, you know, wonk, wonk, wonk. I get my real guitar, get some wah-wah, and then the bass, boom, 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 boom. And I'm like laughing. I'm having a great time. And I'm like, oh, horns. What's this Triton thing? You know, and then clav, and then all this craziness. And then I'm like, okay. All right, now what am I going to do? Oh, let me get a bullet microphone, and I pull up this. A bullet microphone is what you see harmonica players use. Yeah. So you hold it really close. So I grab that, I put it through an amp, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to think of every stupid thing I can come up with, every cliche, and then I ad-libbed the whole lyrical content and came up with this whole story about someone going on their way to a party, and it's not going to start until I fucking get there. And so I literally write the whole song. It was a joke. And I call up my manager, and I go, listen to this. And I hold up the phone, and she's all, what's that? I go, I wrote a dance hit. I go, I can't sing it. And she's like, no, you can't. And I'm like, we got to find someone who can. And then oddly, because this is how wonderful the universe is to us, the universe always wants to give. Just remember that. The universe wants to give. It does not want to take. And when it does take, it will give you something in return, okay? So I put this energy out, and then some crazy chick a week later named Pink calls me up on the phone and says, I want you to write a song or sing on my album. And I'm like going, oh, Pink, who the fuck is that? You know, but it sounds hip. And then I see the girl, and she looks hip, and I'm like going, okay, you sure you got the right Linda Perry? And she's all, are you the one that's saying, what's up, dear Mr. President? I'm like, yeah, that's me. Anyways, I meet her, I fall in love with her, I play her this song, label calls back and says, okay, you got your first single. So, that's it. Because let me make sure I tell you guys this. This is the most important thing. Always enter into your creative process with an open mind.